Hello, everyone. Welcome. We have a special guest with us today. He is a performance coach. He goes by the name of Chris Nicol. Today, he's going to speak with us about setting daily habits, which is the secret to consistency. We're going to discover ways to better our nutrition and lifestyle, taking responsibility, the key to personal growth, from blame to action, a mindset shift, gratitude and success. Last and not leastly on topics that we will discuss, building confidence through action. This is a really cool interview. You'll gain a lot out of it. So check it out. And remember, make moves, make money, and make memories. So, hey, Chris, what got you into being online performance coach?
So for me, I got myself a coach actually last year in October. I started my business in gyms solely in January 24. As a personal trainer, I've now developed into a human performance coach, sports performance coach through things I've done and how I've developed as well. So mainly at the moment, I coach men 35 to 45 years old, actually in person and online now. To be honest, I've kind of, the last time I spoke to you, I've developed a little bit more as well. So, yeah, I've kind of been on a journey myself, to be honest, as well. So that's kind of part of it, right?
Right. Got it. You did mention that just to, ask you a little bit about your background, just going to, who you are a little bit and, about your background. Can you can
Yeah.
you start from there and tell us, where you figured that maybe you had to make a change or had to step it up, kind of take
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. So stepping up, that's a great word, right? That's a great way of putting it as well, because that's pretty much what I had to do: step up and do the do. And make the action work for me and focus on the goals and focus on the priorities and make them a priorities for where I'm going and what I want to do for myself and my family and what I want to create and impact in the world. So that's kind of the journey I've been on, is taking more responsibility for everything, prioritizing everything that's important, and really doing the do and the imperfect action to get results, to take the learnings from and then do again.
Right, right, got it. So when you're in that type of, can you speak on what type of mindset or a shift in mindset that you would need to have?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's from but I'll give you a quick short story about it myself that will give you the two spectrums of the mindsets, right? So I literally came from nothing to now, which is two different completely sets of minds, right? Because I went from a mindset of blaming, complaining, and moaning and not do nothing about it, to taking action every day and getting myself in a daily process. So that's the shift. The shift is the taking away the blaming game, taking away the complaining game, and actually taking responsibility for what you need to do.
I agree. I totally agree. So, is that something that you will incorporate into your program, kind of like a mindset piece?
Absolutely, 150%, right? If I, when I come across guys that are doing this sort of mindset that I've been in, I'm like, there's a process to go through to reestablish themselves and realign with themselves,
Mm-hmm.
realign with who they are, right? And 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 it's in there. It's just to have to realign with it, because there's so many distractions these days, right? So many distractions, so too much temptation, too much, things that are not priority, and they're getting made a priority and they shouldn't be.
Right, right. And with that, with you saying that, that goes to my next question. On a daily basis, in order for you to be able to perform, in order for you to really be able to run a business, to even just roll out the bed, what
Yeah.
motivates you at this point in your life? What's your motivation?
So I don't like motivation. I think motivation is temporary. I actually use discipline as the thing for myself to get things done. I feel motivation is very temporary. It starts you up, but it doesn't keep you going. It fires you up to wake up and go, but then throughout the day, you need the discipline to keep the habits going. You need the discipline to keep the business going, the family, the workouts, the other priorities you have. You must be disciplined in each area. Now, for myself, including everything I have in my business, I have for myself 11 daily habits I must complete every day. Right? So 11 daily habits that I complete every day, regardless how
Let's
tired I
hear it.
feel.
Let's hear
Yeah.
it.
So I've got my board here right in front of me, right? So I'll just read them off because I actually put this at the end of my bed. So when I get up in the morning, the first thing I see is that board,
All
right?
right.
So read and study 2 pages of my book that I currently read, and that means reading and studying in detail, not just flicking through it and consuming. Uh, I listen to one coaching program for my own benefit of improvement. I make sure I do two lives on social media every day. I add 2 value posts, which means I'm adding value to people with 2 posts every day at least. Uh, Simple one of walking the dog. I've got a dog that needs walked every day, right? It relies on me, so I'm his only. Well, me and my partner are the ones that look after him, so he needs walked every day, right? I exercise, whether that's a walk, a cycle, a proper, a weights workout, or go to the gym. I always do exercise every day. Other business tasks that get added in as well, and this one is probably very relevant for a lot of folk that probably listen to your podcast. Write your goal down in self-image every day, right? Every day. That's my one of my daily habits, twice a day. And I
Wow.
listen to my goals. I listen to my goals twice a day, right? And I also have a YouTube channel which I do a daily vlog every day from the 1st of April. I started that on the 1st of April. From then, I have been doing one every day up to now. I have one to do tonight, actually, after this podcast. So it'll be daily vlog 73 tonight. So, yeah, my YouTube channel as well. And I make sure I have 5 conversations every day, whether it's with people I know or don't know. So
All
that's the
right.
habits I have. That's the habits I have structure-wise on my board for looking at every day. Daily habits that includes that is part of my daily structure, including everything else I have: my family, myself, my business, my other avenues of things I have to do. You know, day-to-day tasks like washing a car. Keeping my car clean, for example. Things like that still have to be done, and including what I do here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know.
Now, do you have a time frame? Is that like a morning makeup? Is it? Do you have a morning routine, afternoon? Do you break it down in that shape?
Yeah. Because I'm very, very scheduled. I don't do the 11. Depending on what day it is, the 11 gets done regardless every day, but it may differ on when they get done in the daytime or in the evening, depending on the schedule of the day. But they all get done by the end of the night. So,
Got it.
yeah,
Got it.
yeah, yeah.
That's
The morning ones that let's talk. If you want me to talk about the ones I do in the morning, um, daily habits that are in the morning usually is the goal and self-image. Listen to the goal, uh, read and study the 2 pages, and a coaching program in the morning. That's the ones that usually get done in the morning because they're not they're detailed, but they're not as the time consumption of them is not as big as the social media posts, the lives, the adding value, the daily vlog, the conversations. So I make sure I do some in the morning because it's a good way to do it to get the mind going, the body in this good state, and making sure you're primed for the day.
now when you say speak with 5 people,
Yeah.
where do you find these 5 people?
So I either if I'm out and about, I'll speak to people, or I will just speak to people like in my network, online, social media, or LinkedIn, for example, or Facebook, or Instagram, or if people sometimes interact with my posts, I'll speak to them, make the comments, things like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
it's and also networking events, like business networking events out with face to face. I go to some of these like once a month. So try that's the target. Once a month I go to a business networking event and just chat to people,
Okay.
see where it
Yeah.
goes.
That's very important. That is very important. So,
Yeah.
well, these habits, Chris, where did you learn these habits? Is this something that your coach, the coaching that you're going through right now,
So
personally?
yeah. So these are not copy and paste from my coach. I designed these for my own lifestyle. He gave me coaching on how to develop these, but not specifically for my life and how I want to go with my true calling of life. That is the habits I have for I've written this I've written this list myself. This daily habits list is mine. I made this mine, right? So it's tailored to the person, I think, because that's how it should be, right? And it's
Mm-hmm.
also tailored to your lifestyle in different ways because we all have different lifestyles. We all have different ways to priorities, whatever we need to do in our life.
Right.
But these are targeted at my lifestyle, my priorities for what I want to be doing, and things that have to be done business wise. Obviously, are on there as well. So, yeah, I would say it's a tailored approach, definitely.
Okay. All right. Do you add any? Do you have any type of, I guess, manifestation or meditation that you put in there anywhere?
The goal in the self-image is the biggest thing that would probably come in that, along that line, because actually I speak it out as well as writing it down.
Got it. Got it. That's definitely a
So
form of manifestation.
yeah, absolutely, totally, 100%. And I actually speak it out and express as well when I'm doing it. So I actually, use my hands and express what I'm saying in a passionate way, which makes it more purposeful, right?
Right, right, right. Makes it more real. That's right,
That's
Chris.
it.
So, what does your business look like right now? What is your avatar? I think you said was it men starting at 45 or
So
what was your
men between 35 to 45 years old, because I'm 40, right? And that's the bracket I'm in. Now I've come from nothing I've told you my mindset shifts, right? So I know this bracket of age because my kids were born about when I was about 35, 36. Okay, I had my kids a bit later, but um, yeah, I've got four kids, two stepdaughters and two kids that are biologically mine, but I treat them all as my own, right? But so sorry, that kind of digresses. But um, back to the business side, yeah, 35 to 45-year-old men. I also have a group on Facebook for men that I've got guys in at the moment, trying to getting them to lead themselves better. Raising it's called Lions Mentality, Raising Men's Health, and I have about 24 to 25 guys in there at the moment. I also have a chat group on Messenger for that as well. And also the other avenues of business I am actually a public speaker as well, and I have a PT mentorship program for anyone that wants to qualify as a personal trainer. I mentorship them with any specifically tailored program. I collaborate with a company who do the course online, and then I am the mentor face to face for that person that wants to be the new PT, because I've PT'd. Not that the amount of time matters how much you PT, it's the experiences and what you give to that person. About 2013, I qualified as a PT, so I've done sports performance as well with a bit of strength conditioning. So yeah, that's the avenues I've got in my business at the moment. But yeah, that kind of sums it up in a nutshell, I suppose.
okay, okay. And this is all done online, correct?
This is what I was saying to you at the start. I've actually just made the men's coaching now is hybrid, so that can be done face to face on and online. I'm actually in the process of writing ideas down for an online course that men who come into my business program can do, like leading themselves, so they get a welcome. I'm still in the process of getting the system down for it, but the system would be to get a welcome pack. It's like an accountability online program, right? So where they go through the process of leading themselves to a better place, right? The in person, they get more from me because it's in the gym, face to face. But with the accountability online, if they feel like they're not ready for a gym or they want to do online because they're miles away from where I live, that's great. We can do online check-ins, Zoom calls, and just speak about progress. But this program I'm going to design, this idea I actually came up with when I made it hybrid. I thought, you know what, I need to design a course that can allow guys to lead themselves to a better place with my coaching, but not me being there personally.
Yes.
So, and you can do videos. Excuse me. You can do video. I can send them videos in the app. I can send them. They can do all the tracking on the app as well. Like what I'll have them tracking on the app, and progress
Meal
calls, and we
plans.
can. Well, yeah, I wouldn't say meal plans. I would say nutritional habit changes, and also exercise, daily habits, and mind habits coaching. Because I have done a podium mindset course with a sports psychologist as well, so that kind of taps into that a little bit. But it's nothing like the depths of, but it's more like mind habit changes that allows them to change their mindset to more of a leading mindset rather than a blaming mindset, which I was doing previously before I started making my changes and taking responsibility and doing the work that needs to be done. And I would like to mention something else actually that probably needs to be mentioned. The world today is very cutthroat, right? And guys are now always have been seen as the provider and the sacrificer, right? Let's be honest here. So this is for me. I think this is an issue for some guys because they can't handle that understanding. And this is where the problems kick in mentally for guys. I feel and I see now today that some guys can't handle that responsibility, and that's where the problems kick in. If they can manage to come into my business and take one of my programs, and I could basically, I've led myself from that point of blaming, complaining, and being on the pity potty. I'm going to be honest with you, right? And then going from this place of responsibility to get the job done, that's where I can take them.
Right.
Yeah,
definitely. And there's a lot of men that needs to be led, to a certain place to where they have stepped it up.
responsible. Yeah, exactly, absolutely. Whether that's in human performance or sports performance, that's great. If they want to come and do that to my business, fine. The human performance is let me talk about the aspects of that actually, because it's obviously the sports performance is slightly different to that. So I'm actually doing an Instagram live tonight on when I finish with yourself and later about human performance, what it actually is, and how I structure it in my business. So point one is we'd be building good habits. So good structured habits. They'd be learning how exercise can change their physiology state and how it affects inner and outer body. How we do new nutritional habit changes, building confidence as a man through taking action. That is a big thing. That's something I've learned a lot of as well. And I would add that into the program to make them realize, okay, I can do this. Why they can do it? Why am I not doing it? And also, kind of like those other areas I spoke about, goal setting, focusing the mind on the right things. That is a big one. I'll be adding that into my human performance sort of thing as well when I get clients coming in for either face to face and online. But I also have a Trustpilot review page. So if anyone wants to look at my reviews, I have got on there face to face customers and online customers who have left reviews. So and it's sitting at 4.2 out of 5, and it's okay. It's 7 reviews, but it's 7 quality reviews.
That's a good start. That's a really good start.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you for answering that, because my next question was about the future of your program.
Okay.
And I believe do you see something else maybe coming out of this? Maybe franchising down the road? what's your big, you know, is there a really big
But
goal?
I have goals, short term, medium term, long term, like we all should, right? This is what I teach. This is what I'll be teaching guys as well, not to just be stuck on the short term. To get to the long term, you have to have short, medium, long term, and always be looking at the vision of the long term, but tailoring it back step by step so you can get to that vision, right? So longer term for me is to be I'm an at the heart, I'm an entrepreneur, right? I love what I do. I'm in a place where I love what I do. Like there's nothing in this I do not like. I love doing it. The impact on people is tremendous, changing lives. Also, what I can do as a business structure is amazing. What we have today, what we have access to today to build a business is unbelievable. It's literally on a doorstep, or you can go outside, whatever you want. Um, so in the future, I see a lifestyle. I want to have a lifestyle where I have freedom and choice for me and my family, and we can just choose to do whatever we want. And that's the long term goal. And I will still be, I want to build a. I honestly want to build a team of people as well, right? But that's way down the line. Right? That's a long way away just now. But that is it. That is it. I already have ideas for that. I'm not, going to be building like specifics. I'll probably building people in my team that I want to have and need to have that's going to make it a smarter business and run more efficiently. And the franchise thing you mentioned, I've never thought of that, but I know it does sound like a good idea at some point. But then you have to focus on the priorities. Because if you overlap yourself too much, then you're going to overlap yourself in every area. And you don't want to do that.
Yeah, you're right. It would make a the best move is to kind of replace yourself. That way, you've brought it up. Now you can teach it. Now someone can teach what you've been teaching, and
Yep.
at that point you have options. You know.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
So
True.
yeah. So yeah, man. So where can people find you and follow you?
So I have a website. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on LinkedIn. My website is Chris Nicol, Physical Performance Specialist. Although that's getting updated in the next few months, so that'll be a lot of changes on the website. People can message me either on LinkedIn if they like to use social media, Instagram or Facebook, whatever they prefer. Give me a message, send me a video, say hello. What do you, especially guys, 35 to 45, if you're struggling right now or you want to make changes from the progress you've already got, men are listening 35 to 45. I don't care if you've got a business. I don't care if you're a sportsman. I don't care if you're looking for some change. Just give me a message. Let me hear your story. Let's chat.
Cool, cool. That's cool. Anyone listening out there, hit Chris up just for a chat. It won't cost you anything to chat, and he have some knowledge just like you see here. And last name, first name is Chris,
Yep.
Chris. Last name
Yep.
Nicol, Nicol.
Yep.
Chris,
One thing I'd like to mention before go is I have a YouTube channel as well. Same, just it's under my name as well. I do a daily vlog every day. It's about different topics: nutrition, exercise, also lifestyle, and building a better person.
all right, all right, cool, cool, cool. Chris, I want to thank you for coming on the Millionaire by Morning show and blessing my guests and my listeners. Um, we want to wish you much success in everything that you do, and we will be following your journey.
Awesome. It's been a great experience being on the podcast. I appreciate it. I've got so much gratitude for being on podcast and everything, man. So I appreciate it so much.
Awesome, man. Have a great night. I'm gonna let you go so you can get to your live and get to your followers.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
All right, Chris. Have a great one.
Have a great night.
From mastering the art of saving to harnessing the power of investments, we cover it all. But it's not just about the money. It's about cultivating a millionaire mindset that propels you towards success in every aspect of your life. Join our community of ambitious go-getters and discover the secrets to becoming a millionaire by morning. Subscribe now to Millionaire by Morning on your favorite podcast platform. And let's make your financial dreams a reality. Millionaire by Morning, where money mindset, motivation, and mastery meet. Subscribe today and unlock your path to prosperity.